Hello there. Today I wanted to talk about something that uh, was a little action by this little girl, but it made me feel so good when I'm talking about my neurodivergent kid. So, my child is completely nonverbal and she uses her talker or her AAC device to communicate, but she's not very fluent with it. She's still learning to make sentences, and we're still trying to teach her to ask questions and answer other people's questions. So, there's not much of a two-way conversation when it comes to her. So, making that clear, she's never had like a friend. They're a group of people she is in class with. She knows their names. She plays well with them when she has to. She does the turn taking. She knows the rules of the game and she'll play with them, but she's not somebody who'll go and sit with someone, or she will uh, would prefer or go to a friend and ask them if they want to play. She is not one of those. She will always sit alone or with her provided caregiver and just mostly just look at other people or say stuff on her talker, like repeat things on her talker. She's somebody like that. So one day we were out. It was like a little fair kind of thing that was going on, and we had all gone to the fair, and we were there standing in line for icy. So then this little girl just comes running up to my child and she said, what she called out my child's name and she said, "Hi." And she looked at me and she said that this is my friend. I go to this class with her and I know her. And then she just started having all conversation, having that eye contact, holding her hand. She's like, "How you doing?" She's like, "I played on the trampoline, the bouncy house, and I loved it." And she asked her if she liked it, and my child was like, got her talker out, and she said yes, she liked it. And then she just had a little conversation. And this was when she was on the third grade. And me as a parent, I had longed for that for so long because in my mind, I thought, okay, she's never had a friend. And for this little bubbly child come up to her and just talk to her like she is just one of her friends, I just looked at her parent. She was with her dad, and I was like, thank you so much. Thank you so much for teaching your child to treat a neurodivergent child as just another kid in class and not a special need kid or not somebody that they don't want to be friends with. We don't see that often. I was so grateful to this little child and for her upbringing, and that year for her teacher, because she had been going to school since kindergarten, but third grade, that was the only teacher, because in her school, she had a special ed room, but they would go to specials with the other kids, like the neurotypical kids. So that was the only year that the teacher would send me pictures of her with her other neurotypical kids, and she would communicate with me as to what she liked. And she was very hands-on, and I could tell that it was probably the result of the teacher being um, so focused on treating child, one of her kids, that this child thought of her as her friend. So today I just want to request to all the parents out there, um, to all the parents of neurotypical kids to please teach your kids to see neurodivergent kids as one of them, as their peer. Um, and, that instant, it probably meant nothing much to my child, but that is something that I will never forget. And that is something that made me so happy as a mother of a neurodivergent kid. I was just so, so grateful that she came, and just to see that interaction and just to see my child picking up her talker and answering questions about whatever she was asking her. It was just amazing. It was awesome. So today I would like to request all the parents to encourage that, um, and also would like to request all the teachers to include your neurodivergent kid in your classroom, in all the activities, and also to make sure that your typical kids are interacting to them appropriately and are not like looking at her funny. And my child, she does some weird stuff, and I know people are probably scared of her stemming as well, but I think by creating an environment and letting the kids know that, hey, this is what she does, and this is just her, and she is one of your peers, I think that helped a lot to bring up that interaction, which, uh, as a mother, or I think as any parent, I think anybody would have appreciated that, especially when you're just doing, as parents, you're doing so much for your children, but then there are some things that you just cannot do. You just cannot make other kids be kind to your kids. You can just do stuff and work on your kid, but the kindness has to sometimes come from the other side. And I think it is very important at this age to teach all the kids to be kind. And I think the teachers here are doing a great job. She is in seventh grade now, and her middle school is awesome. She has what we call mesh mentors, and these are other little kids that come and help them. So, I would tell you that this has improved a lot. Because when they have the parades and stuff, and we go out to cheer them, and we're on the side of the road, and when her school comes, they're always like shouting her name and giving out candies and waving at her. And it just melts my heart to see that. It's like something that is so important, not only for the child, but the parent as well, I think. And that is the little spill I wanted to do today. Please let us know how we can improve more on how to get our kids. I also have a neurotypical kid, so just let us know how you think we can improve on, spreading this awareness and making all the kids interact to each other. Thank you so much. Bye bye.